Alright, thanks for watching 4-Color Commentary. I'm Mark Allen, and I'm back for part 2 of the two-part $2 haul from Shadow Mountain Comics. And so we're going to start with the simpler, the newer stuff. Most of this stuff, with the exception of this one book, I think, we're talking Bronze Age, with the exception of one book. No, with the exception of 2 books. Okay? This one is Modern Age. The other will be Modern Age. And this is one that I never even touched this when it was coming out in the 90s. But it is a book that I don't see very much in the wild, very often in the wild. And so it's Spider-Man. It's the Manga Spider-Man #1. I don't know anything about this book. I actually looked the other day on eBay and couldn't find but 1 or 2 on eBay. So I don't know. That doesn't necessarily tell you anything. It could tell you that, yeah, it's super rare and people who have it hold on to it. Or it could tell you that nobody cares and it's just not out there. Okay, but anyway, found that for a couple of bucks. So that's significant. I like that. I like the idea of that. It's not perfect copy. I got this one mainly for reading, just out of curiosity. Because I'm not a big manga guy. I just wanted to see what they did with the character, okay? So that was just kind of a one-off. That was just like, well, curiosity got the best of me. Because it's got a little bit of soiling around the top edge and stuff. So again, it was just kind of a reader thing. I've always been curious about the Manga Spider-Man because those who liked it seemed to just really very loyal to it. All right, now starting with the good stuff. Marvel 2-in-1 presents The Thing and the Mighty Thor. This is Marvel 2-in-1 #9. This is the earliest Marvel 2-in-1 I have. It's a nice copy. I like the Gil Kane cover. I know, this is so funny because I said not long ago that I wasn't a big Gil Kane fan, but Gil Kane is one of the better cover artists of Marvel that had such a long, wonderful run on Marvel covers. Okay, I've always been a sucker for Incredible Hulks, and one of these had the coolest Herb Trimpe cover ever. Including Hulk 181, okay? Better than Hulk 181. Hulk 181, people like that cover. It does have cool dimensions and kind of a neat sense of depth and stuff, but mostly it's the first appearance of Wolverine, so that overshadows everything else. This is not the one. I'll show you in a minute, but this is the Incredible Hulk #165 with it's not Orca, it is Aquan, featuring the mind-bending menace of Aquan. Now, this is not his first appearance. I did thumb through the book and realized, okay, he showed up in the last one, in the one before this, so issue 164. I don't even know if that was his first appearance. It just kind of, it's a really cool Bronze Age Incredible Hulk for $2. This is the one. This is the cover. Let me take this. Oh, well, I'll just take it out of the bag. Love this cover as they're fighting out a battle above the earth as the Hulk is fighting the Cobalt Man while protecting Betty. Love that cover just a whole lot. Just the dynamics of it and the composition of it. So just really like that cover. For $2 again, no brainer. Can't go wrong. Hulk #208 is up next. This actually is it's a Herb Trimpe cover. But the art is by Sal Buscema and I believe Joe Staton. Let's make sure. Yes, it is. Very cool dynamic cover again. And I like the colors in there, the oranges, the yellows, that kind of thing. But very cool opening page. This is another one. I like Buscema's art inked by Staton. I like Buscema. If you've been in this hobby as long as some of us have, you tend to you realize there's inkers that you like with certain artists, and I like as I mentioned last time, I like Sal Buscema inked by Klaus Janson and Bill Sienkiewicz. I do also like him inked by Bob Layton. I like him inked by Joe Staton. But there's just certain art teams that worked well together, and so anyway, Hulk 208. I'm very happy to have that. Then we get into some really cool stuff where I'm concerned. Big John Byrne fan, you all know that. Some of his early work, Champions #11, and very cool stuff because it is John Byrne inked by Bob Layton, and we're talking about the people that we like. That's another great combination. the art teams that we like in comics. That's, for me, another winning combination. I believe it's the same. I don't remember the name of the Hulk annual. I think it's number 7 or 6, where the Hulk, Angel, and Iceman fought the Master Mold, the Sentinel, the King Sentinel. And I believe that was a John Byrne, Bob Layton art team. So trying to find a good representation of Byrne's early work there. There's some good stuff on the last page. Stiltman, crashing in there. I just love, when John Byrne was a young artist breaking in, he was hungry, he was ready to work. But anyway, Champions number 11. Also got Champions number 12. Great Dave Cockrum cover there. And inside is also Byrne and Layton. I want to say that's a Cockrum cover anyway. I keep looking at it and I think yes, that is. I don't need to see there's his name, but I look at the angel back there. I see that face. That's Dave Cockrum. And so you can just tell some artists. There's a great opening page. The Champions with the Black Goliath and Stiltman duking it out. Early John Byrne, inked by Bob Layton. Great stuff. Just really, really great stuff. Gotta love it. But anyway, so I just can't. I'm supposed to be doing a video, but I'm thumbing through comics again. The thing about it is, I have these already. I have the entire Champions run, all high grade, but they're just fantastic. And with the early ones, these are early ones that I remember as a kid. Now this one was different. John Byrne doing the inks, but inking George Tuska art, which I would not have expected to like it because I'm not a big George Tuska fan. George Tuska is just one step above for me, one step above Don Aw Heck. Okay, not a big Don Heck fan, but anyway, but Tuska is just one step above. But here you go. Here's a great opening panel, double spread, I should say. George Tuska inked by John Byrne. Great stuff. Not bad at all. And so anyway, there's the cover. So Champions number 17. That is a Ernie Chan cover. Okay. Who, of course, sometimes was known as Ernie, or wrote his name as Ernie, or signed his name as Ernie Chua. But this time it's Ernie Chan. All right, we start with the Marvel team-ups. I like me some Marvel team-ups. The earlier the better, and these have some great gloss on them. Here is number 19, Spider-Man and Kazar. Now, I dug this story, read it many times as a kid, but the Marvel Tales reprint edition. And to have the original one now, which, believe it or not, I've never had in my collection. This one, as well as number 20. This one, the interiors are Gil Kane art, whereas the interiors of the part 2 of the story is Sal Buscema art. Okay, Sal Buscema inked by Vince Colletta, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, Giacoya and Esposito inkers. But great cover though. I love the gloss. I love the black in there, the dark blues, everything. Great stuff. Okay, so lots of fun there. I've already read a couple of these. Can't wait to tear into the rest of them. Next up, I know at some point Vince Colletta does take over the inking on these Marvel team-ups. Marvel team-up, Spider-Man and Hercules, number 28. This is going to take a press, okay, as you can see right down in that corner there. But I don't think it's moisture. It's just something was laid on it and let it, crease. But still great gloss. And this one is, again, the Jim Mooney art. Another one that I was never really fond of, but again, long-time Marvel artist and just a neat guy. Workhorse. Jim Mooney used to really churn it out. It seems like also Jim Mooney did some Superman back in the day. Someone tell me if that's right or not. He certainly seems his art would have been kind of in the Kurt Swan, image there of Superman artists. I could see him going to graduating from the Kurt Swan school. I never thought of that, but Jim Mooney does have kind of a similar art style there. All right, Marvel Team Up number 31, Spider-Man and Iron Fist. I believe this might be the first time they teamed up. I'm not sure about that, but I think that may be right. This is also Jim Mooney. Vince Colletta has started inking at this point. It is their art team, that art team, and so not bad. I mean, you know, again, Jim Mooney's his work's very readable. Had a good sense of storytelling. I just didn't like all of his. To me, some of his figures sometimes were kind of awkward. I mean, look at the bottom two panels here. Iron Fist's kick and his stance. You know, knees out. You know, instead of forward, kind of wide open there, and just I don't know. He looks vulnerable to me, and you know, looks vulnerable to attack. But anyway, hey, you know, it is what it is. I know there were lots of guys who liked Jim Mooney, guys who were in my day old guys, and they were big Jim Mooney fans. Somebody my age though has to like him. If you like Jim Mooney, give him a shout out. All right, on this video. Marvel Team Up number 34. Another one that's got great gloss, but we'll take some press. Well, Spider-Man and Valkyrie go up against the Meteor Man. All right. So really very cool. Looks like maybe John Romita Senior cover, or maybe Kane inked by Romita. Not sure. Definitely a Kane cover. Definitely some you know, some Kane artwork. I think it may be a Kane penciler and somebody else inking him. Hard to say. Another. Okay, Sal Buscema is back with Vince Colletta doing the inks. Okay. Here's where can we, let's get a little action. Let's get a little art action going in there. There's some panels from Sal Buscema inked by Vince Colletta. So not bad. Again, you know, enjoyable. If it's a good story, get into it. So that's Marvel Team Up number 34. Very cool book. It's gonna be fun pressing some of these. Next, Marvel Team Up number 35. It's Human Torch and Doctor Strange. Now this looks. Let me show you the cover first. This actually from the start looks a little better on the art, even though it's the same art team. It's Buscema and Colletta. But I love that opening splash page though. Very cool. Very nice. Moody. Kind of got some depth to it and some texturing there going on. The shadows on Doctor Strange's face. So, you know, not bad. You know, and every artist team, if they haven't worked together before, it may take some time to get to know each other's styles and work together. I like that. That's those panels, the storytelling there. Lots of great action. So you know, good stuff. Just can't. I always loved Marvel Team Up. I still like Marvel Team Up. As a kid, though, it was one of the. I mean, Marvel Team Up in my mind, it was one of the primary Spider-Man titles. I know to a lot of friends of mine, it was just a Spider-Man title, and it was kind of Spider-Man light. Who's Spider-Man going to team up with this week? I thought, man, that's fantastic. Now, obviously, Amazing was better, but there were times where I thought Team Up, once it had come out, Team Up was topping in story quality. It was topping Spectacular at some point. So, okay, Marvel Team Up number 37. This one I've been after for a while. Owned it a long time ago, and finally got this one. I have issue 36, Spider-Man and Frankenstein's monster, Spider-Man and Man-Wolf, and Frankenstein's monster is in this story. So very cool. And again, more Buscema Colletta, which again, it just seems to be getting better and better. You start seeing some again, some more detail in there and texturing. I love it. And so, good stuff. Actually, a little bit, almost like some, in some panels, just almost like some early Claus Janson work, in a way. But because of the detail and the texture and just the body he gives the artwork. Because that's the one thing about Sal Buscema. I love Sal Buscema's art. He's one of my all-time favorite comic book artists. But with the wrong inker, Buscema's work can look really flat and really two-dimensional, okay, as compared to other comic book artists. All right, last Marvel Team Up, issue number 39. It is Spider-Man and the Human Torch. Nice dark blue background. That makes me wonder, after that Marvel Team Up I've got with the dark blue background and the other with the dark purple background, makes me wonder if there's any out there where they ran out of the ink and it appears more purple. I don't know. Or maybe it was supposed to be purple. Who knows? Bill Mantlo, Sal Buscema, and Mike Esposito. So Mike Esposito begins inking Sal Buscema in this one, or inks him in this one anyway. Some decent looking art. Again, this is a good example though. Esposito wasn't necessarily as good at inking Buscema as Colletta was, at least in the earlier issues. If you look, it does look a little more, and don't get me wrong, I love Buscema's work, but it does look a little more flat, a little less filled out, you know. And so, anyway, maybe it's just me. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that's absolutely true. Now, this next one is absolutely it's one that I acquired. I've told y'all before that in some cases I reacquire comics because they meant so much to me as a kid. This one, as far as I know, it's not real expensive or anything, but again, $2, I was happy to pay it. This is Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 40, to begin as man and end as monster. I love that issue of Peter Parker turning into a lizard. And I remember having issue 39 and the last page, revealing that he had turned into the lizard. I just blew my stinking mind. And so, very cool. Frank Springer as the artist. Now, see, it's been so long since I had it. That I don't remember. But Ricardo Viamonte, inker. Well, okay, great inker. In this case, you got an inker that's better than the pencil artist in my estimation. But there's the arm, there's the military tearing into spider lizard. There you go. Ooh, that might make get a good center on that. That might actually make a good thumbnail. Oh man. Okay, but that's it. That's the rest of my $2 haul. Winners all, except maybe the Manga Spider-Man. We'll see. I don't really expect to like it. What I expect is to read it and then give it to the boys or put it on the spinner rack, that kind of thing. Maybe even give it to my daughter. She may actually enjoy it. She likes Spider-Man, and she doesn't mind anime and manga, but I don't know that she's real big. My youngest son, however, really likes it. So if I don't care for it, it's probably going to go to him. Anyway, hey, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hey, feel free to comment down below. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that as well. Trying to turn out videos more and more. Going to get back soon, I hope, to things like Bookshelf Bounty and Affordable Firsts. Even got a couple of Why Isn't This Hot in Mine. I've only done one of those, but my problem is I keep thinking of these catchy phrases and then I do a few of those videos and that's it. But over time, they build up and make playlists. But anyway, that's it. Enough talking. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.